Hello, people. Just got a text. Alright. Today, you guys... Okay, let me start. What do I want to say today? Today. Right now. I don't know what's happening. You guys asked about this vision that I talked about in the new moon reading. So I figured out why not go through it with you guys. Because I do have it on my phone. So I'm going to find the memo and I'm going to go through it and talk about it. I have so many. I really want to go through a lot of these. Oh my god. Okay. Because it was in May. I just got the chills. So I called this Visit from My Future Self. 8th of May. So I'm listening through, you know, what I say in the recording. That's why I have the headphones in. So that I can, you know, explain you guys it. Because I am a doll when it comes to remembering details. Sometimes. But I did this vision because I remember that back then, I think it was a full moon, or yeah, it must have been a full moon, that Amanda talked about that you can take a moonstone and you can put it under your tongue, and then you go outside when it's, you know, when it's full moon at night, and you are thinking about a vision. You are thinking about a person, or you're thinking about, you know, a lot of things. I did visualize like how I wanted my future to be. And the thing with doing this, you know, having this moonstone underneath your tongue, standing in front of the full moon and thinking about this, if you have the same vision later that day or the next day, it's because it's going to come true. So that is what actually was leading up to this vision. So it is coming true, and it's connected with this new moon that we had yesterday. You guys saw my reaction. It was actually pretty mind-blowing. So that is what I did. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, yeah. So I did the part with putting the moonstone underneath my tongue first. But then what I did was that before bed, I put the moonstone in water and I just let it sit there for 10 minutes or something like that. And then I was drinking the water. So the vision is something that came to me that night after I drank this moon water. So with the vision, I was in the forest, and there was this like big bright full moon. It was like white, it was illuminating, it was just, yeah, like it was very dark, like it was at night, and the only thing that was like shining bright was this big full moon. And then I realized that Oksam is there, and Oksam is one of my spirit guides. He is a white tiger with black stripes. He's normally not someone who's speaking so much, and he's actually, after this vision, he's actually not been that much active, but the past week he popped up again. So while I was standing in front of this big white full moon with Oksam, I was like asking Oksam, like, why is this moon so big? Why are we so close to it? Because it felt like we're so close to it. And Oksam explained to me it's because we're closer to it. It's because you're closer to the new beginnings. Then suddenly there was this like white door in the middle of the forest. And I was like, you know, asking Oksam, like, why is there a white door? And there was someone knocking at the door, which just making me freak out even more, because it was like, that is a bit creepy actually. But then like, Oksam was like, there's someone there for you. You have to go open the door. And I was a little bit like, you know, I don't know why I was so afraid of opening that door. And Oksam was like, open the door. Like, very serious. And that's, you know, he can be very serious. He's one of the most serious, like, spirit guides that I have. And I had this feeling before that I opened the door that it has something to do with my future self. So when the door opened, it's very, very bright, and I had to like, you know, I had to really like focus on what am I actually seeing here. And it came from this moon. It was so crazy because I realized that this illuminating white light came from the moon that was, you know, behind the door. So it shined through when the door was opened. But when it was closed, it didn't. So I had to open the door to let this moonlight come in, which is actually interesting. With yesterday, with the reading that I did yesterday with the information. And suddenly, you know, I realized that it's my future self. I was like, oh my god, you look good. I was like really fascinated about my future self. Like, because it's me, you know, she's everything that I want to be. Like, she has the body that I want to have, you know, just everything. And obviously it's like I talked with Amanda about this some time ago. Like, we have to stop speaking about our future self like it's another person, because it's us. The moment we realize that, oh, it is me, it's the moment that we actually manifested to become this person, because we are already that person. Otherwise we couldn't see our future self. And my future self, you know, answered me, well, this is you. You are actually already doing the work. And remember, this is in May that I recorded this. This is in May that I saw this. And she was explaining to me, you're already there. Don't you see? You're already there. And back then I do feel like I didn't really see it. You know, it felt far away. But I realize now the steps that I needed to go through, you know, to realize that, oh my god, yeah. Also because I realized that I'm actually the one who's like stopping myself all the time, because I'm not trusting in myself, my visions, or my soulmate, or my twin flame, or my abilities. I trust them, but then again, I always have moments where I'm like doubting, you know, and doubting is like, it's giving yourself injections, like that's kind of stays in your body for some hours, you know, like you really have sometimes, the more you inject yourself with doubt, the more you have to fight it off. But you know, you can just choose to not inject yourself with doubt anymore, because it's toxic. But in my vision, when I saw my future self, I had this long, flowy dress. Yeah, it was very like, you know, I could almost see that it was like, you know, moving in the wind. And I'm going to see if I can find the picture from the video yesterday, because when I saw it, I was like, oh wait, that is absolutely crazy. Because the card that popped up yesterday was this. This is what I saw. It's absolutely crazy. And look at the whiteness around her. Look at the forest. Look at, again, full moon. It's so mind-blowing how spirit connects the dots for us when we are ready. And she has a spear, like a king, or like the Queen of Swords. It's me. It's so crazy. She is proud. She's standing up for herself. She's wearing her crown. She's not, you know, she's moving forward, showing the way, being sexual, being everything. It's just so crazy. And, you know, when I realized the dress, or when I saw the dress, I asked my future self, like, your dress is red, because it was a red dress. And my future self answered me, yeah, it's passion. There's a lot of passion in our future. And I was, you know, my future self was so energized. She was so full of courage and life and passion, which makes sense with the red dress. I mean, she's so much more energized than I am. I mean, I feel very energized, but my future self was, whoa, like, yeah, it's hard to explain. And I could just feel, like, I could feel the happiness and the shine, you know, coming from her. Obviously, it makes sense because it is me. But back then, I still had to realize that, you know, I saw my future self as another person, which was something, it's so white orb, was something I needed to learn, to realize that, oh my god, it is me. And I think I remember that some time after this vision, I actually spoke with Amanda about that, and we actually realized that because Amanda has also seen her future self. But the next thing is that she said, follow me. So I followed her, and we went through some steps, some stairs, to, you know, go through another door. But I don't remember, because I know that we spoke while we were walking up there, but I can't really remember what we actually spoke about. But I remember that when we went in through the next door, we suddenly were standing in this like big hallway, like a castle hallway. And the funny thing is, and I just realized that, it's even more crazy, there was like leaves on the ground. And it looked like abandoned castle or something like that. Look at that. See, it's like there's leaves, there's stuff, you know. It looks like an abandoned place. This is so crazy. I didn't even have this deck when I had the vision. I bought this deck some days ago. It's mind-blowing how you can have a vision and then some month after you buy something so random as a tarot deck, and for some reason it connects all the dots. It opens a whole entire new world for me, and I'm going to explain that because something happened yesterday actually. And then my future self was flashing her ring, my ring, and she had this like big diamond ring on her finger. She was like showing it off to me. And then it, you know, the vision changed because suddenly my future husband came in. But the strange thing is that he didn't see me. Like, I was not there. It was so strange. But he was there interacting with my future self. And again, this is May. This is the first time where I actually like saw like a little bit of how my soulmate looks. But as I said some weeks ago, I actually saw who my soulmate is, which is another thing. That's because it was very easy when I didn't know who it was, because then I did, you know. But now that I seen who it is, it's hard for me to actually be like, this can't be possible, like it's me making it up. And that's where that's why I had this encounter with Oksam, who was very mad at me some days ago because I didn't believe in it. But in May, when I had this vision, it's the first time that I saw a little bit of my twin flame. And oh yeah, when I say twin flame, I don't know why I always have this like, is it twin flame, is it a soulmate? But I saw that it was so funny because he had like, and I also, you know, again, I am listening to this because otherwise I can't remember it. But as I also explained, and I can still remember this picture, he had either like very, like it looked like he almost had gray hair. Or either it was like color gray or blonde or something like that, and it was like, you know, like tied up in a, what do you call that, man bun, and it was like there was no hair at the sides. It was so funny, and he was very tall. I remember that he was, or I felt like he was very tall. Or maybe it's just, you know, it can just be like a representation. And for some reason he had a white suit on. It was so strange and very, you know, like those very fancy shoes, like long shoes. Yeah. And he was very he had a beard. Yes, he had a beard, not a gray beard. The beard was like darker. Yeah, like ash. Maybe the hair was like ash, like a little brown ashy grey. But he was just very like confident, like he represented himself very confident, like having, I remember that I saw him like having his one hand in, you know, like the pocket, like the side pocket of the pants. Oh yeah. Okay, so it's because that I remember. He seemed very tall. Now I know why I remembered that. He seemed very tall, and my future self, seemed very tall. And I was asking her, why are you so tall? Because they were taller than me. And my future self was like explaining to me it's because of your confidence. She said your confidence. Yeah. So it makes sense, right? The more confident we get, the more we grow. We get taller. It's actually funny because I remember that Amanda talked about that some days ago. Like she feels taller. And I also have this experience, like I feel taller and it's impossible for me to, you know, to grow. But I feel like I've grown, which makes sense with this, you know, confidence. It's a good sign. If we feel like we have grown for some reason, it's because we are becoming more confident. The courage and the confidence. So I'm just explaining how he looks. I like that in my recording I explained it like a knot before I say man pun. Yeah, a white suit or a cream suit. Look good. Which makes sense with if I know the person that I saw now or some weeks ago. He looks good. But it's the only thing I remember about the person, my soulmate. Oh yeah, and then I was asking my future self, why are we dressed up like that? Like, you know, what's happening? Because my soulmate had a suit on and I had a wet, like, you know, like gala dress on. And my future self was like, we are going somewhere. And she was explaining to me that we were going to an event. And this is where Amanda comes into the picture. It's so crazy. There's some parts of this that I'm not going to explain when it comes to Amanda. Because the way that I saw her, there's something that even made me a little bit but and I didn't explain this to her before yesterday actually, and it blew her mind because she had a vision, or she had a lot of visions where she saw herself portrayed as I did. Yeah. And the event that we came to, it actually looked like something with BobProctor, you know. If people don't know who BobProctor is, he's amazing. You know, he's talking about like how the mind works, like the law of attraction. I will link his information down below. But we went to that. We went to a show like that. It can also be something else, but it felt like it was something with like, yeah. Because there was round tables and we were sitting at me, my soulmate, Amanda, and her soulmate. We were sitting at a round table together. And it's funny because Amanda had this like suit dress on, and which is even more mind-blowing. Some time after this recording I found the suit. And I sent the picture to Amanda, and Amanda was like, whoa. So it's from a special brand. I will see if I can find it. I'm going to put a picture here. But I love the designer. It's so funny because I have a feeling that I'm going to work together with this designer who's making this dress. And Amanda had a vision with that actually also. Like me taking pictures of, you know, like, yeah, like a new design line, something like that. And it's funny because the girl is a Russian woman, and I love her so much. She's just amazing. I'm going to put her Instagram here because she's blowing my mind. She's just very powerful and very like confident, and I love that. And her dresses is just very magical. It's just my style. But yeah, I saw her, you know, in that. And then suddenly, while we're sitting there, everyone is like cheering up, everyone is banging their glasses and like, you know, applauding and stuff. And suddenly Amanda is, you know, she's like getting up from the chair. I'm almost getting emotional just about talking about this. And Amanda is walking up to the stage where she's having a speech. She's, you know, I can't remember what it was, but she was like standing out there in all her glory and was speaking. And I remember that I felt so much joy and I was so proud of her. And I remember that my soulmate, like, he took my hands and we were holding, you know, he looked at me and he was like, you know, what do you call that when they're doing this, you know, like really, you know, it was so crazy. Yeah. In the recording I say I was holding a hand with my husband, and in the recording I'm like, I don't know why I'm saying husband. So it is someone that I'm getting married to. But that is all from this vision. this is the vision. And that is why it's so crazy with, you know, connected with the reading that I did yesterday, with getting the lovers and getting this person's zodiac sign. It's really, you know, and it's funny, I explained this in the June video, that the person that I'm getting married to, I think it's in the 5th or in the 7th house. Whatever zodiac sign you have there, I'm going to see if I can find it. I can't remember what it is. Well, I don't think I can see it here. But it's somewhere where I have Aquarius. So I am going to link the video up here if you guys want to see it, because I'm explaining it there. Because I can't remember if it's the 5th house or if it's the 7th or the 9th house. But whatever zodiac sign you have in your chart there is an indicator of who you will marry, who you're supposed to be together with. And for me, it's Aquarius. And, you know, I always had this, like, you know, it's so funny because I always got that, you know, the star card, because the star card is represented by Aquarius. I always got that when I have done readings. And it's funny because I actually found out that I had a private reading with Astro Wonderland from YouTube. It's a long time ago. It's when I was dealing with the other person, you know, that we don't talk about anymore. But she pulled the card, the star, and she said to me, either your real twin flame is a soulmate, or you're going to meet the other person in the season of Aquarius. Which I know now that it has something to do with that other person. But how funny is it that she actually pulled that card, and I ignored it so much back then because I was like, nope, it's a Libra. But no, it's Aquarius. Yeah. And it's the person that I saw suddenly, well, like, wait, why do I see my soulmate so clearly is Aquarius? So, you know, all comes together in a strange way. I can't explain it, but I follow the footsteps. I follow the guidance. So yesterday I had the vision where Oksam was there. And the funny thing is that Oksam was actually portraying himself as a human, but he was dressed in his tiger skin. It was so strange, and it confused me so much. I remember I said to him, never appear in front of me like that again. And he was laughing a little bit, you know. And I guess there's a reason why he had to portray himself as that. But we were standing in front of this white full moon again, and it was even closer than before. And I remember that he said to me, Oksam said to me, like, the path is ready. The shift is happening. And suddenly there was like a beam of light from this moon going straight into my heart chakra, and it blew me, you know, like back. So I fell on the floor, but I fell on pink rose petals for some reason. And he was helping me up again. I was like, what happened? And he was like, the shift happened. You stepped into it. It's in you. Now you're shining the light. Now you're attracting, pulling the 5D down to the 3D. That's what I remember. It's pretty stunning. So now you guys know the whole entire story of that vision. Again, I have a lot of visions, a lot of experiences on this phone that I can, speak about and make videos about. So if you guys want to see more of this, let's make a little story time out of this. Let me know if you guys have had any experiences with that. If you guys have feelings you want to share with me with this vision, let me know, because I'm always fascinated about how strong you guys actually are. Just paid attention to something. The temple of my body. Yeah, because that's something I needed to learn. Accepting myself, because I still have to lose weight, but I have seen my future self and she is goddamn sexy and hot and perfect. So I know that I'm getting there. So, I am going to do more videos where I speak about how you guys can tap into this energy, because it is something that requires you to actually trust in yourself, trust in what you see. The more you trust your visions, the more you go with the flow, the more you see, the more you feel. So I am full on believing in this. Sometimes I am a little wobbly, like with my soulmate. But then I know that Oksam is going to be like, hello, you need to take yourself together. But thank you guys so much for watching and listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in a comment below. Remember to like and subscribe. If you guys are in need of a private reading, healing session, or removal of blocks, then all information is down below on my website. But I will let you guys go, and I will see you guys in my next video.